Welcome to MindForLife, for healthy mind to healthy body. This is Navya. I'm very excited today. We are going to talk about healthy meals, especially breakfast, the most important meal of the day. Are you wondering how to pack all these essential nutrients into your meal? Are you looking for meal prep ideas? Do you want tips and tricks for a healthy meal? We got our very own nutritionist Kylie to talk to us more about this. Stay tuned. Welcome back. This is Navya. I'm very excited to talk to our very own nutritionist Kylie, who has got the experience for 15 years working in the food industry nationally and internationally. She takes special interest in research in clinical nutrition. Hi, Kylie.
Hello, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yes, I'm very excited today to talk about healthy breakfast. So first of all, can you tell me why breakfast is the most important meal of the day?
It's such a good question, and breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You know, we've literally come off an 8 to 9 hour fast, depending how much we sleep, and it's time to re-energize the body, put fuel back in, and it sets the mood for the rest of the day. If you're running off a really lousy breakfast, you're not going to feel energized, you're not going to feel spirited, and your energy is going to be really low. So breakfast, get creative, get rid of the white products, bring in some nutrition, and really set yourself up for a good day.
That's right. We need that energy in the morning. So what are these essential nutrients we are supposed to consume in the morning?
Again, such an important note to make. It's about longevity of energy, and it's about maintaining that kind of constant flow of energy rather than the peak and the trough that the white bread products give us. They give us that quick burst of energy, and then we're slumped down again, and then we need to eat them again to re-energize. From a nutritionist perspective, I think it's much more important to fuel our bodies with something quite warming rather than the cold cereal products and cold milk. And also, why do we view breakfast any different to any other meal? There is opportunity to put vegetables in, to put fruit in, to put savory parts into the breakfast to provide essential minerals and nutrients.
Oh, that's really good. You're right. I think we have to have healthy meal. Doesn't matter whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. But I wonder in the morning, because it is such a rush for a lot of us when we are working. It's a quick fix is the cereal or the bread. So can you give us some alternative ideas what we could have?
For sure. And this is where we can really lean into other cultures and see what they do. Spending a lot of time in Japan, you notice that they have a lot of dried fish. And I'm not saying everyone go out and eat dried fish for breakfast. I don't know if our palates are ready for that. But it's about slow cooked rice dishes in the morning. It's about congee. It's about igniting that belly fire rather than putting damp on top of it. As you know, Western society, we're pretty obsessed with cold smoothies, cold juices, and a whole bunch of white products, which tend to put out that belly fire. And we really need to keep that going to get our metabolism kick-started for the day.
Oh, you are so right with the metabolism. It's very important for our body. Can you tell us more about the type of food? For instance, if we are eating bread, what can we replace the bread with that is still good for our metabolism?
Again, another good question. And my recommendation would be find a good paleo bread, an activated paleo bread. And when I say paleo bread, it's basically a bread that instead of made from white refined flour, it's made from nuts and seeds that have been soaked with potential or zucchini, and it's then blitzed up and then baked in the oven. So you've got this lovely, nourishing loaf that is really easy to digest as well. It's like a meal in itself.
That sounds yummy. Instead of eating this boring plain bread, I think that sounds very nutritious and healthy. But is it easy to make this bread, to prep it before the morning?
When we're talking about busy lifestyles, we're looking for breakfast options that we can eat on the run. Paleo bread, if you can't find it, through a local micro baker, and they deliver online, so you can order in bulk and then freeze it down. Make it yourself. It is no harder than baking a cake. You literally mixing the ingredients together after they've been soaked, and baking it in the oven. And there's a sense of pride and a little bit of achievement that comes with knowing that you've made something that you've put on the table to eat.
Oh, I would say, especially with children, I think if parents can cook with the children, bake with them, I think that's going to get them interested to eat that bread because they have made it. And also, I wonder with cereal, because my kids, they love cereal. So is there any alternative to get them eat healthier version of the cereals?
It's true. And it's such a trap that we fall into. I'm a parent as well. And it is really easy to go, quick, there's some cereal in a bowl and I'm going to top it up with, almond milk or coconut milk or the cow's milk, whatever it is. But there are really easy ways to sneak some nourishment in there. If your kids do love cereal, they tend to love texture. Put some chia seeds in there. You're getting your omega-3s. Put some sunflower seeds in there or pumpkin seeds in there and you're getting your calcium and your zinc. And in this day and age, zinc for immunity is so important. And your fat-soluble vitamins that are coming from those nuts and seeds and dried fruit that you've just snuck into your cereal is a really good little bit of an added extra, a bit of a topper. And if you want to completely move away from cereals, make your own granola. You're using whole steel-cut oats, which is low GI because it's still got its original coating around the outside. It hasn't been so refined. Baking it in the oven with a little bit of honey, a little bit of oil, and then mixing it. I have a big container in my pantry and it's our go-to when we need to snack. And it's literally just oats and honey and seeds and nuts and fruit.
Oh, that sounds good to keep it in our pantry, ready to go whenever we want it. You mentioned about low GI. So can you just tell us more about that? Inform us what it is and then what kind of food we need to look out for with low GI.
Low GI stands for glycemic index, and it's basically the amount, I'm going to say sugar. So what happens in your body when you eat a product? The sugar is then circulating in your bloodstream. Insulin is released by your pancreas and it brings down that sugar level. So if we're constantly eating high GI foods that are really quickly absorbed into the bloodstream and you're getting jacked up on that sugar really quickly, you're going to be sitting up here. You're going to be right on top of the mountain, full of energy, ready to go, and then all of a sudden you're going to slump. So you're going to need to reach for more high GI food and get back up on that mountain. So your day looks like this. I love my hand movements when I talk. Okay. So with low GI food, what it does, it gives us stability of energy. It's not causing that blood sugar to really spike up high, and it gives us that nice, even energy throughout the day. So people that are experiencing that 3 p.m. slump and you really need to reach for the sugar, or you're really tired, you're falling asleep on your desk, or if you're a mum, you're falling asleep at home over the kitchen bench, it's your body telling you, hey, I need more constant energy. So low GI products are the way to go. When we're talking low GI, they're generally whole foods, so they haven't been refined as much. So white cereals, chocolate cereals, we know that they've started as a grain, they've been heavily refined, they've been added sugar to them, and then they're sold. So that is a high GI product. Something that is low GI would be basmati rices, your brown rices, and vegetables in their whole form.
I think it's really good because as talking to you, I'm getting so many questions about breakfast because a lot of people, they love to have a fried egg or a boiled egg in the morning with their toast or with the bacon. And I just wonder, what's your take on that sort of meal, heavy English breakfast as they call it?
And there's so many modes of thinking around this. For us, I'm a 7-day-a-week egg household. We do eat a lot of protein in the morning. And if you are sitting in that space of wanting to lower calories and also lose a little bit of weight, or you are suffering from diabetes, then getting as much protein as you possibly can in the morning, and we're talking good protein. I'm not talking a whole bunch of ham and bacon that's been fried in 2 mils worth of fat. We are talking about lean protein. So lean protein would be your nuts and seeds, eggs. You can get protein from your coconut yogurt or your dairy yogurts if you're into dairy. Introducing chicken stocks and other things. I know it sounds wacky, but it's actually a really tasty breakfast.
That sounds good. I want everybody to have an option with vegetarians, vegans, allergies. I think everybody are looking for different alternatives. So, is there any specific tips for people who have got gluten allergy, especially in the morning? They can't have a lot of things then. What are your suggestions for those people?
So gluten intolerance, breakfast is traditionally really, really hard for them because we have been prescribed, cereals or white bread. The paleo bread is a really good option, and you can top that with some scrambled eggs. The paleo bread we spoke about previously. If you really love your cereal, just simply substituting the gluten grains out of that cereal with puffed rice or puffed quinoa. Make your own. You can buy packets of them from Woolworths, 2 kilos, I think, and just mix it all together and make your own. Fill it with nuts and seeds. Egg breakfasts are a really good option for people that are suffering from gluten intolerance. So you've got your omelettes, your fried, your poached, and your scrambled, and adding vegetables into those mixes is a way to get the nutrients in.
That's good to know. Just lastly, I just want to know with the milk, I think different type of milks, with the oats milk, there is rice milk, almond milk, and cow's milk, obviously, coconut milk. I just want to know what's your take on the different value of these, like how it affects our body with different type of milk.
Good question. And I think this has been in the media a lot lately. There was debate clicking statements of, are these milks any good for you in terms of almond milk or soy milk? I think we have to understand how they're made to understand if they're good for us or not. So almond milk starts with a whole almond. They're soaked in water. They're then blitzed up and the liquid's taken and the pulp is discarded. So that's what you're left with almond milk. The same applies to soy milk. Generally, that's how they are produced. Coconut milk, a little bit different, and oat milk, similar situation, blitzing up of oats, keeping the liquid, discarding the pulp. So if you are lactose intolerant, meaning dairy just doesn't sit well with you, enzyme reaction isn't really there, they're a good alternative to get the protein into your diet.
Thank you so much, Kylie, for staying with us and giving us these tips and tricks that you have shared with us today. Definitely, we will be mindful of our breakfast now. We're going to be eating healthy. We're going to substitute with some healthy options. So thank you guys for watching this video. Stay tuned. Watch more videos from us. Subscribe to our channel and watch for more healthy tips coming with Kylie. So Mind for Life, for healthy mind to healthy body.